brush styling, it can be really good for wavy hair. It also can take a very long time to do and leave you feeling like you've had an upper body workout.
Just doing my workout.
Today I thought I would rank brush styling techniques and the tools that go with them in a tier list with a slight twist, because basically I've made up my own categories. That's the twist. I know, exciting, huh? We will be ranking the Denman, the paddle brush, a wide tooth comb. Yeah, I know. I was shocked it made the list too. Technically not a brush. The Tangle teaser, a Boar Bristle Brush, the bounce curl brush, had to make the list, right? And, drum roll, wait for it, a fake bounce curl brush, which I cannot show you, and I'll explain why later. Now, because to me the traditional tier list S to F thing felt a little bit vanilla, I've come up with my own little delightful version. Top tier, we're calling that the Holy Grail. Absolutely iconic, desert island essential. A will be can't live without it. Life is just better with this brush. B, I'm calling solid staple. Reliable, does the job, trustworthy, just not thrilling. I had a boyfriend you could describe that way once. C is gonna become take it or leave it. Nah, works in a pinch, not my go-to brush. D is only if I'm desperate. Basically, it's a backup for your backup. And F, that's headed straight to the donation pile. I'm making it somebody else's problem. We will be ranking these bad boys on ease of use, results, cost, and packability. Not sure if I've made that word up, but I'm gonna roll with it. If a brush can't fit into my handbag alongside the key essentials of phone, lipstick, hand sanitizer, and probably tasty snack, then it's gonna get marked down. Okay, let's go on with it. First up, the Denman. Really iconic brand. It's been around for 1,000 years. Okay, that's probably inaccurate, but I do remember my granny using one when I was little. She didn't use it to create waves, just normal hairbrushing, like people did before the internet. Ease of use. Honestly, I think with the Denman, it's good once you get the technique down, but there is definitely a learning curve, or at least there was for me. I found it quite tricky to begin with, and there were a couple of occasions where it got a little tangled in my hair. But now I've got the hang of it, it has become easy. Results. Once you get it to work and stop it tangling in your hair, it really works. Beautiful, juicy, defined waves. And personally, I love to brush them out for a more voluminous look. Cost. Well, a D3 is currently £11 on Amazon. So not the cheapest of the lineup, but I also don't feel like that's an unreasonable price. Also, it is really widely available, so pretty easy to get hold of this one. Packability. Yeah, it's pretty good, it's okay. It's definitely gonna fit nicely into a tote or a bigger handbag, but it's probably gonna take up pretty much all of the room in a clutch bag. Final verdict, because of the learning curve and the time that the routine takes, it definitely loses points. But I always love the results when I can be bothered to do it, and it will fit in most handbags, I feel, so solid staple. It's pretty trustworthy apart from the tangles. Next up, the paddle brush. Now this one happens to be from Dyson, but to be honest, any paddle brush with the long handle like this will do the job at creating two different looks for you. Ease of use. I would say this one is pretty easy. First, you can just simply brush your hair with it, creating a little bit of tension, smoothing away some frizz, and then scrunch. Simple, classic technique, super, super easy. Or I've got my own method with this one where I take large sections of hair, brush it through, twist them down the handle, and it creates lovely spirally waves and curls. I'll link my method somewhere up here so that you can try it out. Results. Both techniques are quick and easy, and also you're getting two for the price of one, so win-win. Cost. There are so many paddle brushes out there that you are bound to be able to find one at a suitable price point for you. So that's a solid bonus point, right? Packability. Well, just look at the size of this thing. It is going to lose major points in this department. Final verdict? Well, I think because of the ease of use and then the fact that you've got two different styling options, it has to do well, but it's also just a little bit vanilla and at times inconsistent. However, it did get the bonus point for price, so overall a solid staple. Gosh, so far this is exciting, isn't it? Next up, our wild card, gross, the wide tooth comb. This is definitely the underdog in our lineup, and honestly, it is not one that I reach for often. But the reason it made the video, I have on occasion used this for in-shower styling. Ease of use. You really couldn't get simpler. This fella has never tangled my hair, and I cannot say that about all the other brushes here. Results. I have to be honest, it can be very inconsistent. Sometimes I will get lovely, lovely waves, and other times not so much. Cost. Well, I asked the robot who lives on my phone what's the cheapest wide tooth comb you can find on the internet, and they came back with one for only £1.99. Beat that. I bet you can't. Also, do you want to go head to head with a robot? I don't. Packability. Well, as much as I appreciate the slim design and it would definitely slot into many a handbag, I don't end up packing it for fear of breaking it. I just feel like the teeth are going to snap off. So, loses another point. Final verdict? Well, basically, I only use a comb for brush styling if I have simultaneously lost both my Tangle teaser and my wet brush. It's got to be only if I'm desperate. Now we are talking Tangle teaser, which also comes with hair attached. I do clean my brushes, I promise. Just, you know, fine wavy hair, it gets blinking everywhere. Ease of use. For brush styling, this one is lovely and super easy. It creates a really good tension on the hair, it smooths away frizz and then leaves your hair primed for scrunching. Results. Well, it is great for waves, especially if you've got dry, damaged or tangle prone hair. It's gentle, reliable, and it is very consistent. Cost. Well, I would kind of call it mid-range, but bear in mind, not this one, but my original Tangle teaser, you know, the little handheld thing. I have had that for 13 years. I mean, it has seen better days now, but it still works. And so cost per use must be, well, we must be in the negatives now. Is that how maths work? Packability. This guy is sturdy, so it is definitely not breaking in your bag. This particular one isn't necessarily the smallest, but there are mini and smaller versions available. So yeah, it packs away well. Final verdict? This one's tricky. It's kind of sitting between two categories, but my heart says, I can't live without you, Tangle teaser. The Boar Bristle Brush. Again, probably covered in hair. Sorry, you must be used to it by now. Renowned for its kind and smooth ways, the Boar Bristle Brush apparently has this additional benefit of helping to distribute natural oils from your hair and scalp. Ease of use. This one had a little bit of a learning curve for me. Generally relatively easy, but I did find that it would sometimes tangle my hair. Results. Pretty reliable, and I do like the texture and sort of volume that it creates within my hair, but I actually found that it was prone to tangling, particularly if I'd already applied gel to my hair. Cost. Okay, so although there are some cheaper options out there, generally a good quality Boar Bristle brush is going to be a bit more of an investment. Packability. I do feel like this one would fit into most standard handbags pretty easily. Final verdict, it might be kind to hair, hasn't always been kind to mine, but it's not kind to our bank balance. I think I'd fling this one into take it or leave it, because honestly, that's how I feel about it. Next up, the viral sensation, the Bounce Curl Brush. Ease of use. Honestly, you'd expect more of a learning curve, but from the very first time I used this brush, it was dreamlike. It is very, very clever. Also, I later found out that you can use this part to section your hair. I am crap at sectioning and this makes it a dream, so it definitely gets a bonus point for that. Results. I'm sorry, but it's bloody amazing. Volume and definition. That's like the holy trinity of wavy hair, except that it's two things, so what? Holy tuity. I don't know what is wrong with me today, I'm sorry. Honestly though, if I want a curlier finish for my waves, this is the tool I'm reaching for. No learning curve, you just pick it up and get on with it. And this also has a couple of different ways that you can use it. So again, I'll link a video showing the two techniques above my head. Cost. This one is not cheap, but I wouldn't also call it bank breaking. I mean, that's a very relative thing. It's also incredibly well made, so you can definitely see where the money has been spent. Solid. People do that now on the internet, don't they? I'm gonna do it too. Packability. Honestly, I'm never gonna pack this in my handbag because I would only ever use it on wet hair. The others I use on dry, but not this one. However, it does fit very easily into a toiletries bag and I have definitely travelled with this thing. Final verdict? Oh, overall this one's tricky because I don't actually brush style my hair very often. But then if I was going to, this would be the brush that I pick. And it is so easy to use, so well made. I love the sectioning element of it. It delivers amazing results every single time. Oh lordy, where do I put this one? Okay, from a brush styling perspective, let's face it, it is the holy grail. Easy to use, amazing results, volume, definition, what more could you want? It's done, holy grail. And then finally, the fake bounce curl brush. I'm not going to go through all the categories because as soon as I explain to you why I can't show you this brush, everything will become clear. I bought it a long time ago before I bought my legitimate bounce curl brush. When it turned up and I got it out the box, it was very light and plasticky, and the rows of bristles and brushes here were slightly skewed. And already you could kind of see that, again, I don't know if this is going to show up, but right down here, you can't really see where they go into the brush. There was sort of gaps and like little holes. There were two styles of bristles like this one. So you've got the little plastic ones with the weird bits on the end, and then you've got a bristle brush in there as well. It did have two types of brushes. I went to test this out for the first time, took a section of hair, brushed it through, and straight away, the bristly ones, the darker, not the plastic ones, started to come out of the brush into my hair and get tangled. And that was the end of me using the fake bounce curl brush. I felt bad, to be honest, buying that thing in the first place, because I do feel like blood, sweat and tears has gone into the innovation and production of this product, and it has been done so well. So if your bank balance does allow you, I would say it is worth investing in the bounce curl brush rather than a fake. However, I do also appreciate life is super expensive and you may not want to or be able to spend, I think it's about £25 for the legit one. So I can see the appeal of one that costs less than a £5. But personally for me, final verdict has to be straight to the donation pile. I'm making it somebody else's problem. And that's it. We're done. That is brush styling tools ranked. I hope you found it helpful, or at least possibly mildly entertaining, or at the very least stopped you from having to do the washing up. There must be a positive in there somewhere. Let me know in the comments, which is your holy grail hair care item? I would really like to know. I possibly may want to go and buy that thing. If you liked this video, don't forget, give it a little thumbs up. That's amazing support. Thank you very much. And if you want more honest, sometimes slightly chaotic, wavy hair content, you know that you need to hit subscribe and then hit the bell to get notifications as to when new videos become available. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I will see you in the next video.